Mary, I want to take a few minutes of your time this evening to discuss something that has kind of been bothering me for a while. America, when Barack Obama took office January 2009, we were at a point in America where we could become, this country could become what the founding fathers wanted in the first place. The greatest country in the history of civilization, united as one. But thanks to the insurance companies and low-down, underhanded Republicans, we have missed the boat once again. Healthcare reform will be done this year, no doubt about it. But Republicans and all their lies and insurance company lobbyists' money have put a divide in this country that is wider than the Pacific Ocean. Some of it's racial, but most of it is policy. The fact is, Republicans are not going to let this country unite unless they are in power, ripping off the middle class, and anyone else who would listen to them and trust them. They're good spin doctors. Most of them have read the bill, and they know what's in there. And what I see they're doing is, they're using these hypothetical situations to put fear and mistrust into the American people. And it's working. It's working because America, the middle class cannot and will not trust the government again. The government policies have ripped them off or have allowed Wall Street and other financial institutions to rip them off of their whole, most of their life savings that they worked hard for. Can't much blame. They didn't rip me off. I didn't trust them anyway. Look at this. The Republicans say the government can't run anything. And when they're in power, they run the economy straight to hell just to prove it. That is the impression after every Republican presidency. Check the records. Every time they run the White House, after we run them out, the country's under pressure. Now they're saying that this whole thing is the Democrats' fault. Bill Clinton had a balanced budget. Remember the balanced budget? But with all of that said, where do we go from here? Some of my thoughts are this. Each side should find a place where we are alike and not different. We should try to bring this country back together, not fall apart. We should talk to each other and not scream. We should disagree and not call each other liars. We should all come on up a little higher instead of go back down to the snake pit where we're all headed. Come on, America. We can do this if we put our minds to it. And we all have good minds. We're educated people here. The world is watching us. The world is going to judge our president by how we treat him. They're going to, if we can get away with screaming at him and calling them liars and this and that and calling them racist, hate-filled names and monkeys and animals and witch doctors and all this kind of stuff, they're going to think they can do the same thing. We got to respect our president here in America now. This is the most powerful nation on earth, and we have got to do a better job of doing these things so we can look better to the world. Come on now, America. We can do this thing now. But we've got to work together. We can disagree on a lot of things. on most things if you want to, but we still got to come together and make the country better. We can do it. I know we can. God bless you, America. Keep the faith.